Okay, I think we're live. So we'd like to welcome everybody to, this is kind of a mixture of Quilt Show Reno, Just Notions, Wild Wednesday Live, Fabric Checks. We're like bringing it all to you in one big combined effort. Raylene, you want to say hello and how you're drowning and you're not going to be caught up until August of 2040?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, she speaks the truth. I swear, for every step forward, there's 30 back. And I know Beth's going through the exact same thing. But just be glad we're not poor Adele. Can I just tell you, can we just all have a moment of sympathy for poor Adele?
What's going on with Adele now?
She has had this big black cloud over her since Boise. You know, in Boise, how everything kept going wrong and then the roof started leaking in her booth? Okay.
Yes.
So she stayed in Boise for a week to visit family so that she could get some rest. She leaves, she goes to Castle Rock. Everything's great. She leaves Castle Rock and it was really super windy. Even for us coming home, we really fought wind almost the entire way. But she had messaged me because I checked on her and she said she was stopping in Albuquerque because the wind was so bad and pulling her trailer. She was just exhausted. And, you know, she's still recovering.
Right.
She gets food poisoning in Albuquerque, and she's been there ever since. She just left for home this morning.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, poor Adele. How is she surviving?
She's only going to get home later today and turn right around to go to Reno because she's going to Reno.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how that poor woman is doing it.
I don't either. I just, for every time I start feeling sorry for myself, I go, oh my God, no. No. It hasn't been much worse.
Right.
So everybody keep her in your prayers because she's just stayed so positive and upbeat and she's just trying to roll with it. But man, she's just had one thing after the other.
Right. So if you guys are new to watching, Adele is the owner of Chalk Couture. So she'll have a booth in Reno at Quilt Show Reno. But a lot of you are from that are logging on Quilt Show Reno Facebook page. You might not be familiar, but Raylene and I do this kind of bantering. No, we do a lot of different things promoting the shows and promoting vendors and promoting our whole industry. So first of all, we always do roll call. So if you guys want to just type in real quick where you're from, we always love to see where you're from. And I can see you guys are already typing in our regulars. Hi, Sue Rose and Peggy and Joanne and Ellen and Laura and Carol and Joanne. Welcome everyone. So we wanted to get on and just give you a quick overview of what we do with Wild Wednesday, because we don't want you getting to Quilt Show Reno and saying, nobody told us about this, because we do a lot of fun things. So we're going to, we've got Cindy from Texas. You might be the furthest person away right now. So Raylene, tell them about, we've done the Scavenger Hunt. So let's tell them about that first.
Well, first of all, we've done it 2 shows now, and everybody is having such a good time. You know, when Beth and I were trying to come up with something fun to do at the show, because after we had the party at Sacramento and it was just so hard for us to do something after hours and keep our sanity and get some rest.
I don't even know that we have any sanity.
Yeah, no, what little we have. Yeah. So Beth and I kind of came up with, we wanted something that really kind of helped out all the vendors that are so generous with us on Wild Wednesday, who give us their time, who donate door prizes. So the Scavenger Hunt is really fun and really easy for the vendors because the vendors are too busy to do a whole lot of interacting. So what we did is all the vendors that want to participate, and I don't know exactly how many that will be for Reno yet because I'm giving them till Friday to get back to me. But we've been having, I think Boise we had 17, and I think we had 15 in Castle Rock. So anyway, what happens is they get a laminated 8.5 by 11 picture of an animal that they just hang somewhere in their booth. Then when you get to the show, you come to either my booth or Beth's booth, and pick up a game card. It's going to have all the vendors listed with their booth number, and you have to go around and find their animal and write it on your game card. And then when you fill that out, you turn it in to me at the end. And then when we get back, we have a drawing. And the last two shows, we've given two people a whole goodie basket full of stuff that was donated by those vendors who participate. But what it's doing is it's making you walk in booths that you wouldn't normally stop and look at to really see what they have. Because you guys, you can't see what a vendor sells from the aisle.
Right.
You gotta get in there.
Right. So they can pick it up in your booth or my booth. And in case you guys are new, because I know we, if you haven't watched us on Wild Wednesday Live, which you want to go follow our page, and we have a YouTube page and a Facebook page, Wild Wednesday Live. Every Wednesday, except for when we're really busy at shows, we interview 3 vendors or 3 shops to kind of keep everybody out there in the loop. And so you know what's going on, you know what the latest products are, you know, sometimes during the shows, it's too busy. You can't really see the demos really good, or their booth was packed or whatnot. So this gives you an opportunity to get a close-up look into the different vendors.
Absolutely.
And Raylene, do you know your booth number in Reno?
I did till you asked me. I know I'm at the back of the show, and you know
Me too.
Yeah, you're up at the front.
I am?
Yeah, I know where you are. Hang on.
Okay.
Give me just a second, and I'm gonna look.
So I'm in booth 1006, I think.
Yeah, I think when you walk in the front door, you're on the left side, if I remember.
Yes, I think so. So you
Okay,
can pick up a Scavenger Hunt from Fabric Chicks or from Just Notions. Kathleen Rader, I'm so sad you're not going to make it to Reno. I don't know why in my head I kind of thought you were going to make it to Reno. And then we had somebody who said, Nancy. So Nancy Hamlin Conway, I'm going to call you out on this right now. Yes, of course, we're having a show in Reno next week. So you can start on Tuesday. If you haven't signed up for classes yet, the online pre-orders for classes is closed. You cannot call Opal on her cell phone and sign up for classes anymore. But you can sign up starting Tuesday at 8 a.m. for any of the classes that are still open. I know a lot of the classes are full, but there are still a lot of great classes that do have space.
Awesome. I'm booth number 716 through 719, so I'm kind of in the middle at the back.
Right. And Betsy says you had to really look carefully in some booths. You really do see what they are selling. Of course, she had to spend more money from this while she was on the hunt.
That was all part of the evil plan.
Yes. And I'm just going to say, in my booth has so much stuff in it that it's hard to find mine for sure.
Well, I know in Boise, everybody had trouble finding Workman Farms, and she had to start giving them hints. But it was so funny because it was right there. It blended in really well with her stuff. So that was fun. But
right.
We had a couple in Castle Rock that people were coming back to me, and I'm like, no, what are you telling me? Go back and tell them you need a hint.
Right.
but it was fun. I don't know if I mentioned to you, Beth, we had 28 people turn in completed game cards at Boise, but we had 50 people turn in at
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Really good time with it. Yeah,
that's a lot.
So many viewers that came to the show in Castle Rock. It was so fun. I'm sorry you missed it.
Me too. Well, not really. I kind of
I know.
Exactly.
You don't miss it. I know.
Yes. But so then we also have another fun thing that we do at the shows. And so I'm going to tell you right now, please get a piece of paper and a pen, because you're going to want to write down these 7 words, because you can't just come in and fake it and say, oh, I get wild with you. Because that's not the 7 words.
Stuff. We heard some crazy stuff at Castle Rock. I mean, it was like everything but. And the one lady, I said, did you not write it on your hand like Beth told you? And she goes, hang on. I wrote it down. And she found where she wrote it down.
So, oh, good.
But we had everything but the 7 words.
It's crazy. You think you're going to remember because it's so easy. 7 words. But I'm going to tell you, it is not that easy, because most people come into my booth and they say, oh, I watch you on Wednesday. But when they say that, I know they don't really watch us on Wednesday, because you would know, because we harp on this. look at, nobody's typed it in yet. Usually this is when you guys all type in the 7 code words. All right. So what is the code words, Raylene?
I get wild with you on Wednesday. It's easy. 7 words. I get wild with you on Wednesday.
Lynn Bonner, this is the first time you're going to be able to go to Reno, even though you've lived here in Reno for 1,000 years. But write it down on your hand. Write it down somewhere, girls. You will not remember. Trust me, you will not remember.
And I tell you guys, Ron is the one who handles it in my booth. My husband, Ron. He's a little more forgiving than Beth. Beth is a stickler for the accuracy.
Yes.
Ron will start feeling all sorry for the people when they're trying and they can't say it right. But he'll tell them. He goes, "You better get this down before you get to Fabric Chicks," because Beth is praying. He tells them.
Good. Lynn says she just wrote it down. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Fabric Chicks booth or Just Notions booth. Well, actually both. And is Adele doing a treat?
Yes.
Okay. Adele. So at least the 3 of us, but don't go into all of the Scavenger Hunt people or all of the booths that have been on Wild Wednesday. Don't go into their booth because they do not have a gift for you. They are not playing this portion of the game.
Yeah, this is just special because Beth and I and Adele are the hosts of the show.
Right.
So we're doing this special for you guys. But I know, Beth, we have brought this up before, and I need to bring it up again. The gifts that we give out cost us money, guys, but we want to do this for our viewers. We appreciate you guys, but please don't turn around after you get your gift and be telling people in the line about it, because we will run out, and we want everybody who watches to get their gifts. At Castle Rock, I had these 2 ladies telling a group of like 10 people, "Go say this. What is it? What is it?" No, we want them to watch. They can watch and they can play next time.
Right.
But, we don't want to stop doing this, and we're going to have to if we can't get that part of this under control. It seems like a simple thing, but it's really causing some problems because we barely made it to the end of Castle Rock without running out of the free gift. I mean, we had like 1 left. And we don't want to run out. We want you guys to get them.
Right. Kathleen, you are correct. Telling people who don't watch is totally cheating.
Yes.
And we're quilters. We're not cheaters. Okay.
No, we are not.
Yes. Yes.
At least not on this.
Right. Or anything.
Maybe on our diet or something.
Oh, why do you got to bring up a diet now? Come on.
I don't know.
I know.
Lost my mind temporarily.
Exactly. Okay. So what else do we need to say? Do we have anything else? I get wild with you on Wednesday in your booth, our booth, and Chalk Couture's booth.
Yes.
And if you guys want to really know what we're talking about with I Get Wild with You on Wednesdays, you can go to our Facebook page. We have a Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page and a YouTube channel. So you
and
can
a website.
Right. So you guys can go back. Even now, you could go back and you could watch the past YouTube or Facebook posts, and you can see what the vendors have to offer. It's a great way for you to say, "Oh, I saw Caterpillar when you interviewed them. They're going to be at Reno. This is what I want to go in and the questions I want to ask them."
Yeah.
So it's really kind of a good refresher for you to know, to get a little bit educated before you get to the show.
And as far as the scavenger hunt goes, sometime this weekend, because again, the vendor, we're all so crazy, only home for a week, out again, so everybody's so busy. I gave the vendors until Friday to let me know if they're going to do scavenger hunt. Once I have everybody's answers, our webmaster Ruth will post the scavenger hunt game card on the wildwednesdaylive.com website. So if you want to print it before you get there, so you don't have to find us to get a game card, you can just hit the ground running. Otherwise, again, you'll be able to pick them up from us.
Right. Well, and Diane says it's a great way to make your shopping list in advance. Yes. It's true, because sometimes you're overwhelmed. You go to the show and it's like overstimulation. So this, you can kind of do some of your homework.
Yeah, especially a show like Reno, where there's so many vendors that this is the only time you're going to see them all year.
Right. And plus the Quilt Show Reno, for those of you that are used to the Rusty Barn shows that we're typically at, this is a little bit different in the sense that it has amazing quilt displays and wearable art displays. And so you really want to take extra time to make sure that you can go through the exhibits. And there are so many classes. We've got amazing teachers that are coming from all over the country to do classes. So you want to check that out too. You can go to quiltshowreno.com and you can pull up everything that's going on. Raylene, you'll be doing some free stage presentations, won't you?
On Thursday, it's either at 12 or 12:30 on Thursday, and then on Friday at 10:15.
Perfect. And then, we also are going to be doing, because Raylene and I just love doing this.
Yes.
We have nothing else to do, like set up our booth or get ready for the show or anything else. We will be coming live from the show floor. We will be coming live on Wednesday during setup. We'll do a behind the scenes. I think we're interviewing Sierra Sewing, which is the show sponsor. And then, do you know who we're doing Thursday? Well, it could be a surprise if you don't remember.
Oh, it's all out on my desk and I'm in the house, but we've got 3 people lined up for Thursday, 3 for Friday. Just remember, if you're our regular viewers, when we're on a show floor and a live show, it's at 3:00 local time. Right. Not our regular time, only because we got to wait until things kind of slow down before we abandon our booths.
Right.
But we don't really abandon them. Before we leave our helpers alone.
Right. So. And Ellen, I don't know if there's a charge for parking, but it's at a convention center, so I kind of think there might be. I think there might be, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. You might be able to park at the Atlantis, which is the hotel connected to the convention center. But if you go to the website, quiltshowreno.com, that will give you all the info you need about everything going on next week. And so you don't miss anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to see right now if it says anything on anything I have up.
Betsy, thank you. She says the hunt really draws interest and can bring more viewers if we share the Facebook page with them. The lady she spoke to actually went to the Facebook page at the show to follow us in the future. So thank you. We do really, girls, we need you to share with all your friends, all your guilds, everybody. Because the more that participate, the more drawings we can do, the more goodies we can do, the more fun we can have.
And face it, Beth and I need an audience. So the more people watching, the more animated we get.
Exactly.
And the more we want to do all this stuff. And if you are new with this, though, this is something we've been doing for a little over a year and a half now. So we've had it going for quite some time.
Right. Kathy's answering her sister. She says the flyer says free parking, Ellen. Check the flyers on your fridge. I love it. We all need somebody to keep us in line.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the flyers I have here and I don't find it. But then again, it's time for new glasses. So who knows?
Jane, we wish you lived closer too. But in all actuality, when I teach classes, we have a ton of, does it say free parking?
It said, I almost had it where you could see it.
Oh, yeah, free parking at both locations. Yeah. Perfect.
Took me a bit.
The Wild Wednesday signs were also drawing interest. Perfect. Good, Betsy. It's always good to hear that.
Yes.
So I'm just going to tell you, I've taught at the Reno show for years, and I get people in my classes from Alaska, from the East Coast. So really, this is a show that even if you don't live right in the vicinity, it's worth driving or flying to. So you might not be able to do it on such short notice for next week, but definitely for next year. So we always do it in June. It's typically the second weekend, but follow Quilt Show Reno's Facebook page or sign up for their email list and you'll get all the notifications.
And then, if you're a Quilt Show Reno viewer and you're new to Wild Wednesday, be sure you go to the Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page and like that so that you get all the information that we post on there as well.
Right. Because we know everything that's going on in the world.
Yes, we do. And if we don't, we'll just make it.
The whole crowd here that's busy stuffing the goodie bags for the Quilt Show Reno VIP students, they're all snorting and laughing as we speak.
Well, I understand why they would be.
Yeah, I know. I know. Maybe next year, Jane, for sure. And Kathleen. I know graduation this year is a conflict for a lot of people. So next year, put it on your calendars.
Yeah, I know a couple of vendors. That was what was keeping them away this year. I know Connie and
Connie Spurlock. Yeah, and she hasn't missed a Reno show as long as I've been doing shows.
She was hating it when we were talking at Castle Rock. She was hating it. She's like, "Oh, you guys are going to do so great, and I'm not going to be there."
Right. She'll be back next year, though. So Connie from So Wonderful Dreams, a lot of you know her. She does classes. She won't be here this year, but she will be back next year.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. Kathy says she gets wild with us on Wednesday. Well, thank you.
Yes, we appreciate that.
I know. I usually make you guys tell my son, who's 18. He hates it when you tell him that. Like, he'll literally throw your free gift at you because he's like, Mom, I can't look the women in the eye.
Well, just everybody be praying that I have had this allergy, cold, sick ever since Boise that I cannot get over. I know, and I have to sing at church tonight. That's going to be a real interesting thing because I can barely talk. But so hopefully I will stop having the plague by the time we get to Reno. It's all this climate hopping.
Right.
It's hard. A different climate.
Doing shows is hard on your body for sure.
Exactly.
Quilting cougars. I know that's what you girls are when you're talking to Debbie. Ruth wants to remind us that workshops online ordering is closed. So don't call Ruth or Opal or Connie on their cell phones to order classes. But you certainly can still go to the Quilt Show Reno website and you can still look up the classes and you can sign up Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. You can register for classes that are still available.
So Beth, are any of yours still open?
I think that they are because you know what? I can fit. I think I can fit. I don't know. Somebody signed up yesterday. Opal told me, but I can make room for anybody. You know me. I'm one of 10 children, so we can always scooch a little bit closer and fit you in. And we're doing a landscape elements. I know the Tuesday class, Tuesday at 8 a.m., because that's before most people have come in, because most people are getting hotels for the end of the weekend when the show's actually open. But we do have Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. We're doing our landscape elements 101 class.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Yeah, I will. I'm going up Monday. I'm going to be there Monday through Sunday.
We're not coming up till Tuesday, but we'll be there Tuesday.
Right. Katie, everybody else can buy tickets there, not you, because I know that you have problems with your internet. No, what do you need tickets for, Katie? Let me know. And let me know what you need, Katie, and we'll figure it out. Okay, so that is all that I have. Just a quick recap. We will be live from the show floor at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm interviewing different vendors. On Wednesday at Setup, we'll interview Sierra Sewing, which is the show sponsors. So just make sure that if you've seen the vendors on Wild Wednesday, just mention it to them so that they know that their time doesn't go unnoticed, because sometimes it's a lot of work to do the different shows. You know, the Wild Wednesday, even though they're only on for 15 minutes, it does
a lot of work.
Yes, the prep is a lot. So just let them know you appreciate them. And I think and I get wild with you on Wednesdays. Is the 7 words I'm going to ask you to say if you want the free gift from me in my booth.
Yeah.
And you got to say the same thing to Ron. Although he's a little bit more forgiving. If it's only 6 words, he's probably still going to give you the gift. But I'm going to count it as you say it. Whoops. Okay, so that's it, I think. And the scavenger hunt. When you first get there, And you don't have to do it when you first get there. Enjoy the show and then come around at the end of the day when you're kind of tired and get in.
Oh, but that said, if you're not coming until Saturday, you do need to finish your scavenger hunt by 2:00 because I have to have time to go gather up all the pictures to have them for Oklahoma. So
okay, so the scavenger hunt ends at 2:00
on Saturday.
Perfect. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can always shoot us a message or a text or whatever, and we will try to get those answered for you.
We sure will.
All right. We'll see you next. The show opens Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 to 5 at the Convention Center in Reno. And classes start Tuesday at 8 a.m.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Raylene. Thanks.
You're welcome. See
Thanks for
everybody
joining
there.
us. All right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.